Unreasonable. There's a famous saying you may have heard that says that it's the unreasonable man or woman that makes it to the top in life. And that is basically true, but a lot of people mistake unreasonable for obnoxious or selfish. And I want to talk about that in this podcast because unreasonable is something totally different. So, first of all, being reasonable is sometimes good, sometimes not as good, because there's times when, like, there's an expression, I think it might be in China, that says, the nail that sticks up gets hammered down. I mean, there's times when it's helpful to just blend in and not cause waves and, just go with the flow and just, be one of many. And then there's other times when it's good to, stand your ground. People that are too reasonable get kind of like bowled over in life because there is a little bit of a competitive nature to life. So you do have to be, at times, somewhat unreasonable in that sense to stand your ground and not let people run over you. But I wrote a number of books, and one of them had a chapter called The Strength of the Ant. The ant can lift many times its body weight over its head. So you might have seen like ants, carrying really heavy objects compared to their weight. That's incredible. It's Herculean, but it's not just one ant that could do it. It's any ant that could do it. Same with human beings. Like, human beings are so phenomenal in the things they could do. But sometimes people get enamored so much with their own power that they don't realize that other people have, their own talents and abilities, and that, humans, are extraordinary, not just one individual person. So, it's good to be a little bit unreasonable, but it's not good to be obnoxious. Obnoxious to me means that you don't realize that other people have their place in the world and that, there's limits. I mean, we're supposed to stand up for what's ours, but we're not supposed to try to take what belongs to somebody else. If you're a mature person, you know exactly what I mean by that. And if you don't understand what I mean by that, it's kind of hard to explain it. I could try a little bit, but everybody has a portion in life. I mean, everybody has, their own relationships, their own job or business or things that they do, during the day, place where they live. I mean, some people don't have a place to live, but everybody has their own, portion in life. And that's given, based upon our actions, but also by grace. I mean, there's certain things, the family that we're born into, the friends that we make. I mean, it's part of it is our own actions, and part of it is just, what's bestowed upon us. So you should always stand up for what's yours, but you should never try to take what belongs to somebody else. I mean, it's really sacrilegious. It's really like, bad karma. And some people mistake being unreasonable, which to me just means standing up for yourself to make sure that nobody takes what's yours, with like actually being greedy and obnoxious and trying to take what doesn't belong to you. I mean, you get the sense sometimes, some people, they don't have a proper sense of boundaries. They just want to grab. This belongs to me, this belongs to me. I mean, I've known a few like really entitled people in this world. It's kind of like they just don't have a sense of like, this isn't theirs. They just take it because they want it, and they don't realize that it's basically pathological. I mean, it's, we're not meant in life to be a power grab. We're meant in life to be of service, and we're meant to be, like I said, standing up for ourselves and making sure that we're all we're supposed to be. But we're part of a whole. We're part of a tapestry. We have to recognize our own talents, but we have to realize the brilliance in other people. And we're not meant to be selfish. We're meant to be focused on ourselves at times in terms of like developing our talents and, also enjoying our lives in a responsible way. But, be unreasonable, but don't mistake it for obnoxiousness. Don't mistake it for selfishness. Don't be over-compromising. Stand up for yourself. Go after everything in life that's yours or could be yours, but don't try to take what belongs to somebody else.